What's good, y'all? It's your favorite couple back with another video. The kids is at school right now, so we figured we'd take this opportunity to make a quick video. So today's video is just going to be about the law of attraction when it comes to relationships, and pretty much just attracting what you want. So, yeah.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of like memes and just like topics on social media recently about people looking for certain things or not getting what they're needing out of a relationship, or some people that are starting to realize that what you put out and what you are being is what you're attracting in a relationship. So we just wanted to give our 2 cents on it because we talk about this topic a lot, but we also see a lot of people struggle with this topic. So I think it's going to be a cool one to talk about and to start with.
Yeah, so you want to go first, or you got anything that you want to say?
Oh, yeah, it's such a broad concept, but I guess the first thing that I want to bring up is the fact that your relationships always mirror you. Like, any relationship you are in mirrors you and your values, your beliefs, your feelings about yourself, first and foremost. Your boundaries. All of your relationships say so much about you. So with that being said, a lot of people on both sides play victim in a relationship about, oh, this person does X, Y, Z to me. This person, just does not mirror who I am. But in reality, you have to take that like victim mindset out of that and realize that, again, all of your relationships are reflective of you, first and foremost. And that allows you to have that control back of the narrative and choosing your partners.
Yeah. I kind of piggybacking off of that. I agree. It's all about holding yourself accountable. And when you talk about the law of attraction, really, to me, what that is just attracting what you want. So, for instance, when it comes to our relationship, Kashay, she came into my life at a turbulent time. There you go. Okay. Yeah, very turbulent time back in 2018, like 2018.
Late 2018.
Yeah, no.
Oh wait, early 2018. Yeah.
So early 2018, late 2017. I was going through a lot back then. Some things I don't really want to go into too deep into, but
another video.
Yeah, that's another video. But I say that to say, for me, I knew instantly that I wanted her. I knew instantly that I wanted to make her my girl, my woman. So, but I just wasn't there yet to be able to make that happen. But I had to do a lot of growth. I had to grow a lot, mentally mature a lot.
Yeah, I love how you said that. It's really about like being who you want to be. And a lot of times, and I think this has gained a lot of traction too in recent times, but a lot of times, in the past, people would think like you need to just think certain thoughts and like like say different affirmations to attract what you want to attract, and only think positive. Like, how common was that, like, or cliche was it to be like, think positive, but it's really not about talking the talk. It's about walking the walk. So being what you want to be before it manifests, and realizing that the only way to bring that up in your existence is to be that very thing and allow it to manifest in that way. How many times do you see people like attain something and they can't keep it? Like, someone that gets into a relationship, like they really wanted a girl, like Trayvon was mentioning, and they get that girl, and then they, aren't ready to do what it takes to value that person, and that person has different values than them. So they get with that person, and then what? They cheat, or it doesn't even have to be cheating. They can, they just don't fit the mold, and so the other person leaves because, they might have wanted it really bad, but they weren't able to maintain it because their values weren't aligned with that other person.
Yeah, and then I'll also say that the law of attraction, kind of piggybacking off of what she said, once you get it, you got to do the work to keep it. Relationships, they take work. Sometimes days can be rougher than others. They take a lot of work, but you can't be lazy once you get it. You know what I'm saying? A relationship is a daily thing that you have to keep. You have to put work into it daily. So, you know, like Cachet said, you know, a lot of people, you know, they will get a relationship that they really want, but then it falls apart. And, you know, I've had a lot of talks with people where, you know, they'll talk about why they can't find somebody, like, you know, and and you probe into that and you ask like, oh, well, what are you doing? Like, what type of work are you putting in, you know, to make that happen? And, you know, a lot of times you'll see that they're not putting in that work to elevate themselves, you know, and then you attract somebody who's down here because you're not putting in the work to be up here. So it's like, you know, you gotta make something shake. You know, it's not gonna just come to you. For instance, for me, you know, I pretty much had to, you know, start over from ground zero. You know, at that point where Cachet came into my life, you know, I just wasn't ready to have that relationship yet. I had to do a lot of work on me, myself. You know, I had to get myself together. But now, you know, and then that's another thing, you know, when you attract what you want, you know, the law of attraction, that person, they're going to build you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for my baby. You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, she put a lot of work into me. She helped me elevate my life too. And a good woman would do that for you. And vice versa, you know, a good man, you know, a good man's going to do that for you too. A good man's going to, you know, keep you on track, make sure you got your priorities in order. You know, we piggybacked off each other. You know, she was helping me become a personal trainer. We would study, you know, plenty of nights together. You know, she was studying for an MCAT to be a doctor. Now she's in med school. You know, so the law of attraction, when it works out, you know, it works out. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, I know a lot of people want the type of relationship that me and my baby have. You know, but you got to work for it, you know?
Yeah, and when he talks about work, like, I think a lot of people are intimidated by that, and that's why you know, you have that complacency. But you know, one thing that people used to do back in the day, and probably still, is like make lists. Like, make a list of everything that you want. I know I used to do that, but you know, I was like a bookworm, so like, you know, I used to journal and stuff. But just writing everything that you want down on paper, but then realizing, like, am I in a space to attract that? You know, like, am I that person? Like, or does it not make sense for me to have someone that respects me because I let people walk all over me? You know, I don't hold firm to my boundaries, and I don't even have boundaries in most of my relationships because I haven't taken the time to explore who I truly am, to know what my boundaries are that reflect that. So, you know, it's really important to, like, I would just encourage people to make a list of, like, what do you want? How do you want to be treated? And then, are you putting yourself in that position? Are you being that so that you can receive that? Because the only way, it's like radio waves. Like, you know, you turn the station to 102.9. Shout out to Springfield if you're from Springfield, Dayton. You know, you're not gonna get country music. You know, that is hip hop, R&B station. You know, so you're not gonna get what you want unless you're tuned in to that with yourself. So, you know, just an analogy to emphasize, it's important to start with you. Are you going out and, like, drinking with your girls every weekend and expecting to find someone in that way? Me and my man found each other at the gym. You know, we were both...
True story.
Yeah, like, we were both better in ourselves. And not to say you have to find that person in the gym, but, you know, the foundation of how you meet is critical, like, very critical. So if you meet someone out, you know, at a bar, like, it's not to say y'all not going to click and hit it off, but the likelihood of your foundation being, like, that stable foundation is probably lesser because, you know, you met and connected over the circumstance of drinking and, like, kicking it. So, you know, are you meeting in those circumstances? Are you meeting in the circumstance of, like, meeting at a library, or, like, you know, them wanting to, like, you know, pour into your business if you're an entrepreneur, and then buying off of you and, like, you feeding into their business? You know, what are the circumstances that are feeding your foundation? And that'll tell you a lot about how the relationship is gonna move from then forward.
Like she said, walk the walk, you know what I'm saying? Don't just talk it. So to me, you know, what that means is just looking back on, you know, how we started and where we're at now, right? Cachet was up here and I was down here. I had to do some work to get up here. You know, I don't really tell a lot of people this, but I mean, we were just friends for like over a year.
Yeah.
Why you had that face?
Well, because I was thinking about when you said like I was up here. It wasn't like I was up here in terms of like status, but I was up here in terms of like I had already been through a series of like disrespect internally, and it not formulated but manifested in the form of my relationships being disrespectful. And so I knew, since I already experienced that and I had more time to like look inward and meditate and things like that and know more clearly who I was, because that's always evolving, but I had more of an idea of who I was, so I was able to like set boundaries. And I think like people recognize that. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm, an entrepreneur and I'm like, like making 6 figures, none of that. But it's just like my inner status was elevated because I knew more clearly who I was. So I wasn't just gonna go for whatever and whoever.
Yeah, man, her aura. That's a good word for me. Her aura was just different. I ain't never experienced nothing like that before. You know what I'm saying? It was just something about her that, made me want that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put in a lot of work to better myself, because where I was at in life at the time, I know she wasn't gonna go for that. I mean, yeah, I had a job, I was stable and stuff like that, but just my energy and my aura was just kind of off. At the same time as just building myself up, get my career started. And I just knew that she was gonna be somebody that would, feed into me and help bring me along. She's got a very, very strong aura, strong presence. And that was something that I knew I needed, so I wanted to attract that, you know what I'm saying? We weren't on the same wavelength at first, but I knew I had to put in work in order to make that happen. So, physically, mentally, emotionally, I'm in the gym, I'm studying to get my nutrition or my personal training certification so I can start, my own business,
Yeah.
We started meditating, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she put me on the meditating.
He was really putting in that work.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Within himself.
Yeah. I was working on myself to better myself, so that when the opportunity came to be able to accept her, I was able to make it happen. And here we are, years later, still got that same bond, still got that same foundation. So, law of attraction, it is putting in a lot of work, but it's also, being patient, being humble, working on yourself until you're ready to accept, what you're working toward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just keeping your mental right too, you know what I'm saying? Like, if something ain't going for you right then and there, don't stress, you know what I'm saying? Just keep working on you. Like, it'll come to you eventually, in some way, some form, it's gonna come to you. It's a beautiful thing when it works out, it's a real beautiful thing when it works out. And I'm telling you, my life is like 1,000 times better now than it was back then. It's all about making, decisions that's going to impact your life, you know what I'm saying? Your future. That's what it's about. And, we getting old out here now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the people who are actually grown, you're in your mid-20s, you're pushing 30. Stop wasting your time out here, because, pretty soon you're going to be 40 and you're going to be like, where the time go? Yeah. I already feel that way, and I'm 26. Yeah, but, it's only going to be more videos coming along. We made out a list of different topics and stuff that we want to talk about. So, it'll be vlogs, but then it'll be just topics like this where we talk about certain things and, just our intakes on that. So
yeah, I love the topics. Those are because first of all, if anyone knows me, I could talk like
bro, she can talk, bro. She can talk.
All right, you have one time to say that. And so like I just love intellectual conversations. I love like philosophy. It's my favorite topic. Philosophy and just conversations about stuff that's real and learning and growing from each other. So
why she braid my hair right now?
I am just like banana wrap. I don't know why I do that.
Nah, it's cool.
It's comforting.
I like my hair being played in. But all right, y'all, we out. And be on the lookout for the next video.
Yeah, nothing else to say. Love you.
Yeah, we love y'all, man.
Why you just wipe my kiss off?
Huh? I ain't wipe it off.
All right, y'all. Chana and I need to go have a conversation.
Hey, this is the hard part I was telling you about working on relationships.
All right. Peace.
All right, peace.